Hey, Frank here, and this is what we did last night. We started off our night with our narrowed playlist on Spotify. You can get that link below. During the hangout time, I put up a countdown video you can find in the link below. That's also on YouTube. It's like a kind of a throwback to the TV show Lost. It's one of my favorite TV shows of all time. And yeah, I get that no student will get the countdown video and understand why. I think it's so awesome. But it's like kind of like the Lost clock that you have to like type in a code every like hour or so. So anyways, I put a countdown video on there. It's a reference to Lost, and no one got it, but I did, and it made me feel great. The two funny videos were really, really good today. The first one was a little bit long, but it was still really, really funny. It was by, I forgot the guy's name, but he was like talking about how he's gonna go on tour and how he needs to learn how to defend himself or teach people how to defend himself. And he's showing us how he defends his band and things like that. And so it's like this really goofy, like, karate thing. It kind of reminds me of like Uncle Rico, or not Uncle Rico, kind of like the Napoleon Dynamite guy who was like really into karate and stuff. Just like really ridiculous and overconfident, and so super funny video. Kids laughed a lot on that one. The second video was a Trip and Tyler video where they went back and forth showing the different kinds of laughs that they do, and just watching them laugh made our group die laughing. It was super, super funny. That was definitely the best video of the night, so make sure you get that video and show it sometime soon. So this week I leveled up as a youth pastor. I finally had my very first ever Nerf Gun game, and you've probably played a game like this before. In fact, Ben Reed posted something about this last week in his youth group where he played the game where everyone was in a circle and everyone was saying each other's name, and there was a person in the middle, and if you said someone else's name and the person ran up to the other person before they could say someone else's name and they hit you, then you're in the middle. We played the same exact game except with a twist. Our twist is we have a hula hoop in the middle. It's kind of as centered as we can in the circle, and then you have this Nerf gun. You actually have two shots. I don't know where the other bullet went because this is like a little hopper to hold the other bullet, and you're just kind of there like in a circle waiting for someone to say someone's name and hoping that if someone stutters or someone doesn't say it fast enough, you shoot them and you hit them. And so the Nerf gun, it doesn't hurt at all. I got shot with this gun like in like 6-inch distance, and we were all about at least like 6 feet away from each other, and it was a super fun game. It was just fun to watch the kids like, oh, Melissa, like, you know, just start shouting people's names, getting really scared. It was great. There's a link below of how to play the game, so you can play this game. Super fun, and I'll link about what kind of gun I got because it's just ridiculous and big, and it shoots missiles, and it's great. So check that out. We played one other game, and it's a game that I found from some friends in Arkansas when I was down there, and it's called Coke and Candles, and there's a video below so you can kind of figure out how to play this game, but it's super fun. Basically you just get a Coke bottle and a candle, like a tea candle, and a lighter, and so the objective of the game is to down the Coke before the other person downs the Coke, but you can only down the Coke, drink the Coke, when your candle is lit, and so the opponent can blow out the candle while you're drinking, and then you have to stop and then relight, and then you can blow out the other person's candle and they keep going. Super fun. We had tons of fun with this last night. You should play this game. Super cheap. I went to the dollar store to buy almost all the things I needed, so you could probably buy everything for about $6. You know, depending on where you get the Coke and where you get the lighter. You might already have some of these stuff. You might have someone in your youth room that has a bunch of tea candles, and then you might already own 2 long lighters. So you might be able to get this for almost free if you can figure out how to get everyone to get on board with this. Super fun game. Kids laughing because they love watching their friends, like, you know, blow out the candles and spit some Coke and stuff. So super fun. Can be messy, so have paper towels ready, and yeah, make sure you just pull up the right kids to play this game. So super fun. So we went into our message time, and we actually kept junior high and senior high together, and we usually keep them separated. Usually at this point junior high leaves to start their small groups based on the message that they heard on Sunday, but tonight we wanted them to keep together because we felt like the message was too important for them not to hear it. So the message was called Found People Find People, and so it's kind of the end part of our series that we've been doing called Own It, and I decided to kind of end the whole Own It series with owning the mission. What is the mission of God, and how can our students own this mission? And so I got up and I kind of reviewed the past 3 weeks so that junior high can come up to speed with us, and then I showed the classic propaganda video, The Gospel, because I felt like I couldn't talk about the mission if we don't know the gospel. And so I showed the propaganda video, and the kids loved it because he did such a cool way of explaining the gospel. And I kind of came up afterwards and kind of reiterated it in non-spoken word terms. And then I went into my message about found people finding people, that we've been found in Christ. If Christ has came and found us and rescued us, then our mission, our goal is to go to other people and find them and bring them to Christ and show them how they can too be found. And so most of my text was from obviously Matthew 28, the Great Commission, as well as John 1, where kind of showing us how all the different disciples were beginning to come to Christ. And almost all of them were someone going and finding someone else and then bringing them to Christ. And kind of like my point was, at the end of the day, evangelism is simply bringing people to Christ. The questions don't necessarily have to all be answered. You don't have to be a perfect person with your life together. That at the end of the day, it's just simply bringing them to Jesus, and Jesus is the one that saves people, not you. And so that was kind of our main message. Like, just bring people to Christ. Show them the good news. Show them the truth, and let Christ work on their heart. It was a good night. Small groups ended up being really fruitful and good conversations based on that. Super exciting stuff. Glad that it was able to be such a good night. In fact, junior high and senior high being together was actually a huge hit. So hopefully I'll be making some more blog videos like I did the other day about the preaching one. You guys seem to like that. So if you have any questions, let me know. Hit me up. God bless.